Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. I'm Simura here, and in today's video we're gonna be playing some Street Fighter 5 Chun-Li while actually talking about the Street Fighter 6 game and obviously Chun-Li in Street Fighter 6. Now the game obviously got confirmed. We got to see Ryu and we got to see Luke, and interestingly enough both of them actually got a little bit of redesigns. Ryu kind of got like a mix of the Hot Ryu thing going on, and I mean, they give him sandals, which I guess like was something that we have seen on Akuma, and I think Goken, maybe Goken was actually bare feet, I'm not sure now. But point is, Ryu got redesigned, right? At least a little bit. And for that, I think it's safe to say that Shun is gonna get some sort of a redesign as well. And I'm thinking for Shun, they either go into like her battle costume kind of way. Like obviously in Street Fighter 5, Chun-Li have like the dress, like it was I think it was a pre-order dress for Shun in Street Fighter 5. It was like the pre-order costume, but it's her battle costume, right? Which is like the Chinese dress, and that looked really cool. Maybe they will go for the alpha look for Chun-Li, which also I guess can work. Maybe also they can go for something like what I am using here, like this mod. It is unlikely, obviously, but a fighter look for Chun-Li is something that I think might also happen, right? They seem to be going into a heavy focus on MMA and all of that. So maybe, or I mean, they could just stick to the Chun-Li design. It's very interesting. I'm actually very looking forward to Chun in the next game. It's kind of unfortunate that we got to see two male characters, because it seems like Capcom is sticking to the ultra buff characters, although the characters also look a little bit more realistic, so that is interesting. So I'm legitimately wondering, like, how would Chun-Li look in Street Fighter 6? I think it's very interesting actually, and obviously we haven't seen much of the game. Chun is one of these characters who typically is pretty different game to game. Like Street Fighter 4 Chun is quite different than Street Fighter 5 Chun, and kind of the same, I will say, for like the Street Fighter 3 version, the Street Fighter Cross Tekken version. In Marvel, she's like almost completely different character archetype wise. So a lot of the stuff is very interesting. Obviously, out of the characters that I'm talking about, like Shun, Luke, and Ryu, because I mean these three are the ones that we pretty much know are in the game, right? Because I think Capcom announced that Ryu and Chun will always be in, they said that Ryu and Chun will always be in a Street Fighter game. So I'm thinking that obviously she's in, and like I said, she changes every game. A lot to think about Chun-Li. Will she actually look Asian, and would you like that? The funny thing about Ryu is that despite them going for a more realistic, I guess, approach with the characters, obviously they're using the RE engine, Ryu still doesn't really look Japanese, which is kind of funny, right? Even with a realistic look, Ryu still look very white. I personally don't mind it, but it's interesting. I guess we'll have to wait and see how they approach that one. Would you like to see more Japanese Chun-Li or a Chinese Chun-Li? I think she might look cool actually. Because I remember, I'm gonna be completely honest. I think a Chinese Chun-Li would look really cool. I think a Chinese looking Chun-Li would look really cool. Although I don't suspect that it will happen. Obviously Japanese, it was said even during Street Fighter 5 that a lot of the Japanese players didn't like how Shun and Cammy originally looked. Shun did look more Asian on in the earlier builds, and Cammy also didn't look as anime as she does right now, and Capcom did change them, so it's pretty interesting. So here we go with one more match. This time we're gonna fight against an Akuma. Typically in this match I would like to use V-Trigger 2, so let's see how it goes. Now let's go back to the Street Fighter 6 conversation, because a lot of my effing throw, damn, so you know that this is a trolling account, but anyways, like I said, typically when it comes to realistic or more realistic looking models, exaggerated body features are not very common. So I am actually interested in Street Fighter 6. I want to see like I really want to see how would Chun-Li look, like regardless of the costume. How would like would she have the thunder thighs, or are they kind of cut down on them? But I mean, without thunder thighs, would she really be Chun-Li? You know what I mean? We need the thunder thighs. And obviously, I do imagine that with Street Fighter 6, it is a game that is releasing in a different era. So I would imagine she will be a little bit more conservative. I feel like Street Fighter 5 Chun is probably too sexy in a way. So it's interesting. I want to see what they will do. Had a feeling he would be here. Yeah, that doesn't go. Yup. Oh shit. Yeah, I think he wanted to try to walk forward and throw me, or maybe he was gonna go for a standing medium kick and then try to Kara Demon. He was going for one or the other, but I wasn't having it. The chances of him actually going for a standing medium kick into like a fireball for a confirm was astronomically low. Ah man. I wonder how has he changed Chun-Li gameplay wise as well. Obviously he's not having it. Seems like he wanted someone easy to troll. Let's actually see the account. Not really sure. The number of matches is a bit high for that to be a trolling account, but the name is very trolly. The name for me indicates that this is someone who just made this account. But yeah, I mean that's a pretty decent number of games. So who knows? Anyways, let me know what are your thoughts. Who are you excited for in Street Fighter 6? Would you like to see Chun return in the game? Obviously everyone loves Chun-Li. I'm really excited for her. I think Cammy is a little more standard issue, although I do suspect obviously that I mean she's gonna be back. She's a very popular character. Ken as well. I'm kinda worried about Ken because I don't wanna see super buffed up Ken as Ryu is. Maybe tone Ken down a little bit so he doesn't look like Giga Shad. Maybe Ryu can pull off Giga Shad a little bit more than Ken. For Ken, I think it might be a little bit of a worse idea, but anyways, we will see. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment. Let me know who you're excited for. Obviously, I'm excited for a lot. I want to see Chun, I want to see Cody, I want to see Poison, I want to see Mika, I want to see Zeku. I know a lot of people want Guy, but I would like to see Zeku back. Or I am excited to see what Zangief would look like, and a lot of the newer characters as well. I will be leaving a link to my Discord page, Twitter page, Twitch and Patreon page in the description below. Thank you very much for watching and stay safe.